You are listening to the Aim to Win in Business and Life podcast with Tony Coleman-Brown, where we believe that in life, you're either winning or learning, but never losing. So let's get ready to win with Tony Coleman-Brown.
On today's episode of the Aim to Win in Business and Life podcast, we're going to talk about the top 10 things you should bring into the new year. So get ready to learn and get ready to win right now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the podcast. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about the top 10 things to bring into the new year. But first, before I jump right into this topic, I wanted to say I'm so excited to be back. I hope that you guys miss me. It's been a while since I created a podcast, and that's because my computer really started acting crazy. And I finally got a new laptop, and everything is all set up, so now I can podcast again, and I could not be happier. So today is January 2nd of 2019, and we are into a new year. And one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about was some of the top 10 things you should bring into this year. Now, oftentimes what I hear people talking about is New Year's resolutions. They talk about what they expect the new year to bring. People talk about what's their one-word theme for 2019, and on and on and on. But one of the things that I say about the new year is that the new year is going to bring to you everything that it's always brought. We're going to have the same changes in seasons. We're going to have a summer, a winter, a spring, and a fall. Some days there's going to be storms. It's going to rain for sure. Some days the wind is going to blow really hard. In some areas there will be tornadoes. In some areas there will be flooding. I tell you, the year is going to bring you what it's always brung. So the question is not to ask what you expect the new year to bring. The question to ask is, what are you going to bring into the new year? And with that, I want to start with my top 10 things that I believe you should carry over into this new year of 2019. Number one, a positive attitude. You know, life is going to happen to you whether you like it or not. There's going to be good days, there's going to be bad days, and there's nothing we can do about it. But one of the things that we can do is have a positive attitude about life in general. Because I think it was Charles Swindoll who said that life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond to it. So it's all about your attitude, and it's always good to have a positive attitude because you can't change things. The only thing that you can change is you. So therefore, you should always have a positive outlook on things, because in life, just like I say with this podcast, no one's ever losing. You're always learning. So even when things don't go the way you think they should, all you've just received is a new lesson learned. Take it for what it's worth, but stay positive always. Number two, new beliefs. Now this one is really tricky because I know that people think that, well, I believe what I believe, but at the end of the day, you can change what you believe. Opinions are interesting, right? And opinions really come to people because of how they were raised, how they were brought up, and the things that they were accustomed to as a child. But you can always cultivate a new belief. You can always change what you think or how you view something. You know, the other day I was reading a book called Out of the Maze. And if you've ever read the book, Who Moved My Cheese? Well, this is the part 2 to Who Moved My Cheese. And one of the things that it talked about was the same beliefs will not get you out of the maze. You have to have new beliefs to get out of the maze. So basically, you have to get rid of this thinking, and you have to really change the way you process certain things and change what you believe about certain things. Because, sometimes you could think that the glass is half empty when truly the glass is half full. So it's all in how you look at it, and it's all in what you believe. So bring new beliefs to 2019. Number 3, a new story. It's the stories that we tell each and every day that keep us stuck in the positions that we're in. I'll give you an example. You may have had something that happened to you on the job. Maybe your boss did something that was totally ridiculous, and you tell someone the story. And when you tell someone the story, you get upset. And then when you tell somebody else the story, you get upset. And then when you tell somebody else the story, you get upset. So now you've told 3 people the story. Now I promise you, if you tell 3 more people the story, you're going to get upset 3 more times. So what you have to do in order to really have a great new year is you have to change your story. Now, some people have gotten stuck or seemingly stuck in their careers where they feel as if they're working really hard, but no one is really appreciating the good work that they've done. Well, for these people, you're probably telling yourself constantly, over and over and over again, no one appreciates my work. Look, they just promoted this other person, and look at all the things that I've done, but they have not promoted me. No one appreciates my work. So if you keep telling yourself that same story, then you're going to keep attracting the same story. So you have to change the story. And you have to say to yourself, instead of constantly saying that nobody appreciates your work, you want to say, people appreciate the good work that I do. Change your story, guys. Number 4, new habits. Now, habits are so hard to break. As many of you probably already know, it takes about 21 days to break a bad habit. If you start off the year with some new habits and you keep doing it over and over and over again for 21 days, you will have a new habit that is now embedded in your lifestyle. Therefore, if you decide that one of my new habits is going to be, I'm going to wake up 15 minutes early every day, and I'm going to do 100 jumping jacks, or I'm going to stretch for 10 minutes. That's a new habit. Create a new habit and you'll create a new life, because really and truly, people change when their habits change. And if the things that you do on a regular basis do not change, then guess what? Neither will you. So bring some new habits into 2019. Number 5, a new circle of friends. Listen, someone once said, I don't remember who it was, but they've said that, you know what, if you're the smartest person in the room, then guess what? You need to find a new room. And this is so true, because you need to put yourself in circles where you're not the smartest person, and in circles where you can definitely learn. The one thing that I love about the times that we're living in, there's so many Facebook groups and meetup groups that you could participate in. There are groups that are related to different hobbies that or interests that you may have. You may be interested in cooking, you may be interested in quilting, you may be interested in blogging, and Meetup has a group or a meetup group for just about everything. In today's day and age that we're living in, there's no reason why anyone could not find a new circle of friends. So I encourage you to get a new circle of friends, because you may learn something new, you may find some interesting people, and your life will improve dramatically. Number 6, a new mindset. Now, some people confuse mindset with positive attitude, but I assure you that your mindset is very different from your attitude, because your mindset can keep you stuck. Your mindset is rooted in your beliefs, it's rooted in your values. In order for you to really change, or to have the change that you're looking for, the change is going to have to occur from within. It's going to have to start in your mind. There's a saying that what goes into the mind comes out in a life. I want to impress upon you to put some new things in your mind so that you change your beliefs, so that you change your attitude. Because would you believe that a person that is filled with hatred, and they may be, I don't know, for example's sake, they may be a white supremacist. They may hate all people of color. And that's based upon the things that they were raised with, or the things that they've indoctrinated themselves with over the past few years. They may have some horrible mindsets and some horrible beliefs about different things and about different people. But would you believe that a white supremacist or a racist could change their mindset towards people? Would you believe that? I believe that. And I've seen it happen. I actually even watched a documentary where a person who was a former skinhead now has changed his life completely, is no longer a racist, and now is working on trying to get other skinheads out of what he calls a cult. Very interesting. Bring into 2019 a new mindset, and sit down and think about what limiting beliefs do you have that you should change? What limiting mindset do you have that you should change? Think about how it's serving you or how it's not serving you. And if it's not, it's definitely something that you want to get rid of. Hey everybody, I hope you're enjoying this content, and I hope you're finding some things that you can put to great use for this new year. But I wanted to take a quick break to let you know about some amazing results that I've been having on the keto diet. I started the program back in September of 2018, and I have to tell you that my results have been nothing but amazing. I've actually lost 20 pounds using this program and following the protocol. I did so well that a friend of mine said, you know what, Tony, you should create a challenge so that we can all participate in, and I would definitely join you. So I created the 7-day keto challenge, and you can participate with me, and we can all lose weight and get healthy in 2019 together. All you have to do to participate in this challenge is log on to www.7dayketochallenge.com, and that's the number 7. So it's www.7dayketochallenge.com. I hope that you join me, and together we can do something amazing with our health and our wellness, because at the end of the day, your health is your wealth. Now, back to the show. Number 7, forgiveness. Yes, you want to bring forgiveness into the new year. The number one thing you want to forgive yourself on is, and I'm saying forgive yourself because at the end of the day, the person that you really need to forgive is you. And the number one thing that you need to forgive yourself about is not accomplishing all of your goals and resolutions from 2018. Forgive yourself because it's a new year. The slate is clean. You don't have to carry in old baggage from last year into this year. You literally could start anew. That's the one thing that I love about a new year. I love the fact that you could definitely start anew. You can have forgiveness. Bring forgiveness into the new year. Number 8. The other thing that you want to bring into a new year is A journal. Yes, a journal. Because you need to write down your thoughts. I think that one of the biggest problems that we have with most people, or one of the biggest problems that most people have, is that they're not in tune with their feelings. They don't understand why they do the things that they do. And I believe that if you get a journal and you write down exactly what it is that you're feeling, and you write down exactly what's going on in your mind, that you will understand some things really clearly about yourself. There's healing in taking a pen to paper and literally just writing. There's something magical about that. There's something healing about journaling. Keep a journal in 2019, and then go back and read your journal every week so that you can watch yourself transform. Because I promise you, if you journal every day and then you take some time out to go back and read the things that you journaled about, I promise you that you will be amazed at what you learn about yourself. Number 9. Yes, we're getting closer to the end. The 9th thing that you want to bring into 2019 is good books. Yes, good books. One book that I said earlier that I read, and I read it in one setting, was Out of the Maze. And it had to be one of the best books that I read in a long time, because the book talked about how to get unstuck. And like I said, if you read Who Moved My Cheese, then you really understand that, you know, in order to really get out of the maze, no one is going to help you. You're not going to have anyone that's going to really guide you to where you need to be. You have to guide yourself. And while there'll be shepherds along the way to kind of point you in the right direction, you have to be open to receiving what they have to offer. Because I'll tell you, one of the things about Out of the Maze that I truly enjoyed was the fact that it's a story about him who got left in the maze. He was the last mouse who got left in the maze, and he was there originally wondering why no one had come back to get him. What was going on? Why had things changed? Why wasn't he finding cheese the way he used to find cheese? And one of the things that happened once he finally decided that he was going to go find his friends and get out of the maze was that he met someone who had apples. And that mouse offered him some apples, and he refused it at first because he said, "I'm a mouse. I don't eat apples. I eat cheese." And the person was like, okay. But then he got to the point where he was so hungry until he decided to just try the apples. And once he tried the apples, he realized that it was just so sweet and so juicy, and it satisfied him so much and nothing happened to him after he ate the apples. And he was just like wondering, like, why didn't I know about apples? Here I am looking for cheese when I could have been looking for apples. And that's really the issue that's going on with a lot of people. They're looking for something when the real alternative and the thing that they need is right in front of them, but their belief system is telling them that, no, I don't do that. I don't go this way. I don't go this route. So I won't ever go down this street because that's just not what I do. Well, actually, at the end of the day, in order to get real change, you have to change what you do. So get some good books. And I am planning on adding a whole slew of good books to my agenda for 2019. One of the books that I'm really going to get into is Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power. Because that book, I have it, I've read it, I'm going to read it again. It is amazing, and it can really help you in today's environment, especially if you feel like you need to equip yourself with some real skills, some real life skills to help you battle the maze of your career and of your life. So pick up some good books this year and read them, and then come back and talk to us and tell us about them and tell us what you learned and tell us how you've grown. The last and final thing, number 10, that you should bring into 2019 is a commitment. And who should you make that commitment to? You should make that commitment to you. Yes, you need to commit to a new you. And what does that commitment entail? Well, at the end of the day, only you can figure that out. You know, the other day, I'm a member of a Facebook group, and the group is all about blogging, and I invested in a course that I'm going through. It's a really good course, and the blogging community and the Facebook group is a really good community. One of the women said that she invested in the course, and she invested in another course, but she still needed a mentor. And I thought that that was strange, because the course really gives you just about everything that you need. And I think that she's looking for something that only could be found within. I'm tempted to say that to her in the group, but I don't know how she would receive it. But at the end of the day, it's almost like we're like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. We're looking for something or somebody to show us the way back home, when truly home is wherever you are. Home is inside of you. Therefore, a lot of times we're constantly looking for something that truly can only be found from within. So make a commitment to a new you this year, and decide that you're going to have a new mindset. You're going to have a positive attitude. You're going to change the story that you keep telling yourself. You're going to develop some new habits, some new beliefs. You're going to get a new circle of friends. You're going to forgive yourself. You're going to journal and read good books. These are the things that you need to bring into 2019 to make it a great year. And trust me when I say, these are just 10 things, but there's a whole lot more. I promise you that you can probably add your own 10 things to this list, because there's a lot that you may need that only you can tell yourself, that only you know about. But listen to yourself and commit to yourself, and have a great and wonderful new year. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll see you on the next podcast.
Thank you for listening to the Aim to Win in Business and Life podcast with Tony Coleman-Brown. Please visit TonyColemanBrown.com for more information on this episode, and get ready to win.